Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ironside cast. Me Matt. We have a free for all here on a hot summer's end on the Eastern Front. Let's go for the players. In the Germans today, we have Blackout 77 as propaganda tactics for the Waffen-SS. We have Maverick as mechanisierte tactics for the Waffen-SS. And finally, Kakapu as the Wehrmacht without a commander yet. Represent the Soviet Union today. We have Italic Storm without a commander. We have Until the Last Soldier without a commander. And finally, Manolo, Nolom? Without a commander as well. I suppose they'll pick something soon. Probably wait until they see what the Germans have picked before they decide to engage with anything, I'm assuming. It's just a little guess from my part. Both sides are just quickly going out to grab territory, nothing too out of the ordinary. Oh, we see several Zappers on the north flank here. Hagabus encountered the Zappers. They've already encountered each other here. Well, the Germans moving out down here. Playing as propaganda tactics, they could get the Volkssturm, and we are going to see some Volkssturm squads out. This is the order of Waffen, is also getting some mechanisierte grenadiers. A cheap alternative. A cheap alternative to the Sturm Grenadiers anyway. So it's still putting up with their troops. Nothing too out of the ordinary is going on at the moment. Wehrmacht is having a long fight with the Sappers up here, but the Sappers are not really made for prolonged engagements like this.
Pioneers ready for assignment.
Lots of fire being exchanged down here. Volkssturm are holding the little train array over here, where a car was about to be transported by the looks of it. Several cars, actually. Waffen needs to get into here, but that's not going to be an easy approach. There's not with a squad of Mthis present. Hans comes outside, starting to take some losses though. Molotov being tossed. This is a Steel Hand Granate is tossed their way. Germans have managed to secure the northern flank here. Also, the Wehrmacht are doing a pretty damn good job keeping the Soviets at bay. Just having Sappers on the flank to hold the line is not really helping the Soviets that much. Mthis and Panzer will do a little bit of a better job in frontal engagements, I think. Mthis coming up here to try and deal with the Storm Pioneers. Storm Pioneers got a fairly decent position though. But that grenade has forced them away from that position. That's going to make them an easier target for the Mthis. That's it, the Storm Pioneers are still very good infantry. I think that is still the Sturmgewehr, which is going to be a big deal. Also being tossed there. It's a very close fight here. Looks like the Sturm is running off and taking out another of the Mthis. It looks like the Soviets bring up a machine gun. Wehrmacht is so far just holding the ground. Bring up an MG-34 to support and hold the line. Axon opens fire, the Pioneers force them off. The Soviets need to bring up more troops to secure the line. Still no commanders from the Soviet forces. Which means the Germans still have to figure out what the enemy is going to do. The Volkssturm are just being used to set up some more sandbags here. There's an MG08 here from the Volkssturm. Panzers are going to flank here from the mechanisierte grenadiers. Get some decent shots in, as you can see. So it's digging in to hold the northern flank, bring up a second Maxim. The German MG-34 has been set up. Both ones we get arriving here in the center, nothing too out of the ordinary here. The Volkssturm just remain digging in, but they're under fire from a Maxim. So it's brought that down here inside the structure here to help hold the line. Oh, looks like our Comanches here. Until the last soldier's gone for Soviet motorized. Which means you might see the Odon. Or even MCHES. Would be interesting to see. Motorized against mechanized feels kind of like a mirror match when you think about it thematically. Well, I suppose it's not really a complete mirror match. Motorized is different from mechanized. Like in concept. But I guess they both fulfill the same role of rapid movement of infantry. But if you can do a pretty damn good job inside the structure of that DPM. DPM's also being handed out down here. So the Surge is just going to wait and hold on here for now. As the Mthis are preparing more defenses back here. Another Wehrmacht stepper coming up to try and set up a new headquarters. But the Wehrmacht just remains over here dug in. Manos going for tank here for the Soviet Union. And we just need Italic Storm to pick a commander and a Wehrmacht player. Kakabu. Apart from that, everyone has picked commanders then. And he's got close there. They're going to force that Maxim to a little bit further back. And 5 packets here in the center. More Fonzaviki arriving. Lots of Fonzaviki here for the Soviet Union. Fonzaviki should be much more better, or at least not much better, but better than the Mechanized Grenadiers. At least in some aspects. Fonzaviki, after all, fairly decent at what they do. PM will certainly get some shots in. MD-34 armed the Grenadiers inside the structure though. Already starting to spit some fire out at the Fonzaviki. Lots of lead coming our way. The trench being set up here by the conscripts on the road. And the Mthis is doing an assault down here. Grenades being tossed. Volksum applying a lot of pressure as well. That building's about to collapse soon. There it goes. Let's go out the Germans to move a little bit further up. Volkstum is also moving up, but there's a DPM out for Tvigi down here. We should be able to put those Volkstum down to the ground. Or at least with one of them. Volkstum are militia-themed units after all, so they're not very efficient. At least if they are not in stack defense position. They generally do not fare well in assault situations unless really well supported. That's a goodbye to Ladung, I think. Yep. It's gonna force the Soviets off. Too late, they still get mowed down as the Germans secure more ground. But this is going on, the Soviets are pushing for the center here. Let's grab some more Mykola. Ah, that's better. Germans need to really stop this push here from the Soviets. 10 FSS are on the field here, and much more defensive-oriented infantry. But now might yet to pick a commander. Just as the Soviets down here has not picked a commander either yet. They've been quite conservative in picking what they want. Well, the 10 FSS is doing their best to try and hold the ground here. Not sure how long they'll be able to do it, but they are getting a Granatbüchse. Oh, that's a machine gun inside that structure to a Dishka by the looks of it. Granatbüchse fires. Doesn't do much damage there. The Granatbüchse remains firing. Oh, a little bit of damage there. They can't just keep applying pressure with that Granatbüchse though. As you can see. Pretty good for this kind of environment. And yeah, it's slowly whittling away. So we just have to hold on, really. You look at that picture of us being that accurate, actually. I'm thinking I'm not shot there. It's basically a German anti-tank weapon that's been modified to fire rifle grenades. Pretty damn interesting weapon. I'm not sure how much the Germans actually used it, but it's a neat concept. It's the first actual full-on grenade launcher, I think. Artillery assault being used there by the officer. Oh, not by the officer. Is that a fake barrage? No, it's not a fake barrage. Well, it's a precision barrage, but it took care of that. And as the damage helps secure some ground here in the center. As more Soviets push up to try and hold the ground. Using the trench to their advantage. We also have a Scud Odon on the field. Very elite Soviet special force type unit. Down here the Soviets are slowly using ground. They've also picked a commander. It is shock. So some very heavy hitters here for the Soviet Union, potentially. So the collapse is now to the fire. As the rank remains in support here at the center. Now the Wehrmacht just needs to pick a commander. That's going to affect a lot of things depending on what they do. The German Hauptsturmführer. Actually, this is an Untersturmführer. Pulling another artillery strike here. What is it actually? It's just precision, I think. Yeah, just precision. I guess that makes sense when you think about it. So the Soviets remain holding down here against the Mthis. French remain standing. Just a lot of fire exchange going on here. All sorts of preparing for the center. You also get a Valentine tank coming up for the center. And your Dawn squads are now on the move. Machine gun setting up inside the trench. Those MP40s are really helping the Germans hold the position. You also had a flamethrower after trying to make its way around. Just need to avoid that Valentine. Shock troopers are moving about. Here comes the flamethrower attack, and it can kill things really quick. Yeah, you don't want to walk out in the front of it like that. As you can tell. It is an ape to kill in these kind of situations. But here comes the Valentine. Oh, gets one shot off. The half-track is moving through fire. Not the half-track. The Valentine is moving through fire, but the half-track took a take now. Didn't have enough time. French gets cleared out. You know, the Waffen is doing another assault down here. He's somewhat successful off it, actually. Getting more ground. Germans are getting a T-34 76 though. Not moving down here to support against the Germans. Get some decent shots in, but there's been no real movement on the northern flank anymore. I guess the Germans are content just that the Soviets have the fuel. The Soviets are content with just relocating their troops elsewhere. Oh, I think that's Panzer. That's indeed Panzer. So we have some pretty good heavy hitters on both sides. Especially for a late game match if they can get that far. Pour myself more of my cola here. My throat feels a little parched. Firefights going on here. So lots of Thompsons being handed out to the Sabres. That is the unique upgrade to them if you're playing as the Soviet tank. Then these from the Americans. Surprisingly good little weapons to give the Sabres. Makes them a lot more efficient at combat because it's a Thompson. You can see that it's now most of the folks going to need some retreat. Until they're going in their positions, so they have to pull back. And down here the Valentine also has to push back. Or pull back rather. Germans remain firmly in their position, but it's a T-34 76. The high explosive round. Oh! I think that was on the high explosive fragmentation round. Takes out the entire squad of that MG08. Now the Dawn and the Fontvika moving afterwards. Well, not here to stop them. There's some Volksturm squad trying to get into position. It might be a little bit too late. Dawn got behind cover. Here comes the Fontvika and the shock troopers. Big assaults going out from the Fontvika. Oh, not the Fontvika, the Volksturm. And lots of grenades just being exchanged here. And I feel the Soviets have the upper hand right there. Oh, that's an unglued grenade assault right on them. Right on them. That's killing the squads off, but that's a lot of damage. But here comes the tanks. Soviets stock present. Ooh, that could be risky. Tuck does reload faster. Oh, Panzer hits the T-34. Our tank is fairly decent despite its small size, so don't underestimate it until they're going in. So I managed to get a good little spot here now. They needed to get that munitions point a while ago. Need to capture it, however. Let's see if they're showing up here. And another T-54 back there too. Lots of T-54s are getting prepared. Pack trying to hold down that. Just got a heavy mortar being prepared by the Jog Army. There's a Capitan here for the Tank Army. And a Fort Headquarters set up as well. What are the Soviets intending to do here? The uniforms will be fairly cheap if they're playing as tanks, so I can certainly start stacking when we get to the later part of the game. Panzer II command tank down here to support. One T-54 gets cleared out there. They will still remain firm down here. But Germans will push back against the Soviets soon. They need to get that munitions point. There's a lot of Soviets coming in. They're intent on holding that point now. Don't want to lose that foothold they've gained. But more and more T-54s are appearing, and they're going to start pushing on the center. There's a pack. Until it's also been called in. Axas tries to take some shots. So for not getting any locked up. Good shot there from the assist gun. Forced that observation stock back. Accident's going to be cleared out here. But shock troopers are coming up to try and secure the line as well. Already being suppressed though. That's a lot of machine gun fire coming our way. Oh, sounds like a Katyusha, probably from an officer. Yeah, that's calling by an officer. Did a pretty good job, and with that, the Soviets are going to start advancing with their sabers, armed with some machine guns. And to get very, very close here, but the Germans have some infantry prepared alongside their officer. Packets cleared out though, and that's going to allow the T-54 to advance further. An actual Katyusha coming out here for the Soviets soon. T-54 fails to hit with its high explosive round. Panzer misses too. Not been that lucky there for the Soviets at it, or the Germans rather. You have several more 10 FSS being prepared. Lots of 10 FSS. They're going for a lot of more elite infantry to hold the line. So it's also trying to push down here with a T-54. Oh, we have some shock troopers here fully equipped with PPSHs. And that is dangerous. Trying to get up behind cover here. As the Katyusha fires. Katyusha rockets being a good cover here for them. Here comes more Soviet infantry. Grenade on them now. That might be a Gewaltladung. Yep, it was. And that body armor is not going to save them against Gewaltladungs. About to dust get off there. Soviet tanks keep trying to get angles here. They're just bringing out a lot of anti-tank equipment though. They need to hold the line. More rockets coming in out from the German Panzerwerfer. Bring down the MG08. The space practically cleared out, which should allow the Soviets to get a little bit more ground to work with. So the center still needs to get those tanks fully repaired before they can try to push again. This happens, there's just not a good enough infantry to hold the line here in the center. The Germans are doing a pretty good job with their Fundsberg. I think it's Fundsberg, the 10 possesses. Those are the 15th Coming out here for the Wehrmacht. The Panzer Grenadiers available to Panzer Division. Pretty decent assault infantry. Good at working alongside tanks. And the purpose of Panzer Grenadiers. Ooh, lots of Katyushas here. And the heavy mortar as well. So it just needs some more munitions to work with. Let's bring up a lot more infantry. They're going in the certain positions down here that I just set up. Gemstone 1 to allow the service to get fortified positions like that. Especially not so close to the front line. Oh, good barrage, that killing the shock troopers. That is good. You don't want the service to get a lot of shock troopers. Panzerfaust and Panzer, and that's... Oh shit, the tank survived? Well, it didn't in the long run, but survived a lot of the first initial shots. Which honestly surprises me. Vicious opening fire again. Looking for the center this time. The Soviets push up after the Katyusha strike. Don't have a lot to push with though. Especially the T-54s just get hit by the pack. Then the Fundsberg gets back into position. Immediately opens fires to the Sabers. So it will be able to take the point though. And perhaps that was their goal. Looks like it might have been. Oh, Panzer II back in there from the assist. Now except for the officer who manages to jump out. Ooh. A hidden there for strikes also coming in. Oh boy. Of course, need their repairs. We can probably put to action again somewhere. The question is just where. Hidden for strikes also going in again. Push-ups again up on the flank here. Oh, shock troopers go down there. That's a pretty big loss. What to do going into certain positions here? Dappers are preparing for another push in the center, but decide against this. The Fundsberg are not advancing. That's a lot of very experienced infantry. The rockets are going for them, I think. Oh, the rockets are going southwards. Or the rockets are going southwards, I think. It looks like it. Fundsberg are not able to advance across the open ground against the bunker and some T-54s though. They're defensive infantry, they're not really oriented for pushing forwards. We do have a Tiger arriving here for the propaganda tactics. Unique call into them. A very experienced ace commander. Basically you just get a veteran C1 Tiger out the gate with a Panzer officer. It's pretty good at what it does. It's a Tiger tank after all. Just an overextended. It's not as tough as you think. Oh, there we go. A pretty long firefight going on down here as the heavy mortar is trying to shell the position. Oh, that's shocker. Very close there, actually. Fundsberg trying to push down this little alley here by some woods. Like a little bit of a park thing. Still getting mowed down to pieces. Well, the Soviets are. It allows the Fundsberg to secure the point. But the Soviets need to find a way to push through somewhere. Even if also trying to just apply a little bit of pressure wherever they can. Now we have T-45s coming out. Which will certainly change the dynamic of the fight. Especially with the Tiger Ace down here in the south. Mthis is doing a good job just keeping him at bay, though. Tiger does not want to overextend, and that is wise. The Tiger should never be overextended. It's generally a bad idea if you do. Just fires again. Not sure where though, probably around here. It looks like they're just trying to apply a little bit of pressure every now and then. Keep the Germans on their feet. Also clearing out the pack again. But they're also kind of doing a good job itself. Almost destroying the Katyushas. That's going to force them to back off. You know, the Soviets are docking firmly here with more scissors and lots of infantry. Oh, Sharks was meant to get down here to take out one of the packs. And by Folkestone, by the looks of it. That Tiger Ace is going to be a hard nut to crack for the shock troopers. They don't really have anti-tank equipment. Well, they have the 85 starting to arrive here for the Soviet Union. In no real fighting on the northern flank apart from the initial skirmish. They're mostly confining it to the center and the south. That could actually be to the Germans' advantage, as they could build up a force to overrun the northern flank, while they just keep fortifying it to make it difficult if the Soviets start to push. They're laying mines everywhere, and that's the thing the Germans can do to cover a flank after all. They're pretty damn good at it too. Winsberger waiting around for new orders. I'll try and get up there. There's a maximum inside that structure. And also the bunker. Upgrades are going out there from the Granatbüchses. Not doing too much damage here. .45 in the center here. Doing a good job of applying a little bit of pressure, but gets hit by a Panzer strike. Also gets to back off. 76 is preparing for another push in the center though. But a Panzer strike hits them again. And another 85 is arriving here for the Soviet Union. Explosive misses. Winsberger running back to the action. Germans are securing the southern flank again thanks to the observation stock. Both sides are now taking in across from each other. First aid station been set up here by the Soviet Union to try and apply some extra field healing. Small rockets coming in for the Raketenwerfer. Threatening to end that. Oh, very close, but it seems like it's still there. So the defenders are trying to prod everywhere they can. Very hard to get the good spot for them in by the looks of it. German Wehrmacht is trying to do some more damage here with their lieutenants. Trying to call it an artillery strike. We also have a Panther tank arriving for the Panzer Division. Very good choice, in my opinion. We're shocked was trying to get close here, but they are very wounded. Quickly getting mowed down. Didn't help the shock troopers had no automatic weapons on them by the looks of it. Tiger tank is now advancing. Soviets do have a lot of scissors though. This Tiger tank might be hard pressed potentially. Instead of high explosive incendiary, did a very good hit there. Oh, took a penetrating hit. Gonna back off after that. So far, pretty good match. Winsberger sitting up in the center here. Probably the Panther can support them. IS-2 is being prepared. We also have KV-8s being prepared. I think that's KV-8s. It might be KV-1s. Oh, those are KV-8s. Oh, excuse me. Germans are doing a push with the Foxter. They did weaken the Soviet front line thanks to the Panzer, which allowed them to get up there and straight at Mthis. Also get to call positions there. Those Frundsberg are still trying to do their best here, but it's just not enough, I feel. They're not being intended for dealing with tanks. That's not really what they equip for. Do a howitzer be set up here by them as well. The Imogun. There comes the Panzer for the sender, which could support the 10th SS State advance. Depending on how the Wehrmacht wants to utilize it. And down here we have lots of artillery being used, lots of artillery going in. So this could be in a lot of trouble. Yeah, that's a lot of artillery going in. People for strikes by the sounds of it. Oh, that's a lot of dead Soviets. Did you opens to fire back in return? Tagging for the center here by the looks of it. You're going over to fire though. Maybe the Germans can ground down here again. So it's slowly being pushed back. But they're getting more and more tanks. I assume Mano's waiting to get a critical mass of vehicles before spearheading in. Huh? Spearheading? Ah, you get it. IS-2 was coming up behind. Although spearheading sounds like a wrong thing to say because this is not spearhead, this is Ironside. You know, they are working on the same mod templates, so you never know. Maybe on the move here. Once they move up with the other Soviet vehicles, are they actually going to attempt to do a push? It's going to be the big question because there's a panfold in the center. The Soviets will have to get through. But the IS-2 is now running for the shock army, which can certainly do a lot of work. The tanks almost has lost practically everything, so he's banking a lot on this IS-2. Well, it certainly takes out that Leutnant then one shot. And we're pushing some here from the Soviet Union to the center. That's what 85 is doing. The KV-8's actually push, is the question. IS-2 is certainly pushing down here. There's a tank race. Alive? There it is. Needs to be careful if it finds the IS-2. IS-2 can actually deal with it if it can get a good armor piercing round on it. IS-2 seems smart enough to back off every now and then. And I'm feeling tired after work today. A little bit woozy. That's just how work is at this time of the year, I suppose. IS-2's on the move. Only the observation stock here that can actually fight it. I guess the Panzer Grenadiers, if we can get the Panzer tanker on it, could do. This is just getting there. I suppose you almost destroyed the observation stock. Create a solid towards the shock troopers. That's going to be enough to finish them off and force them away. But the stock does go down. As the IS-2 begins its move. Again. Ooh. Good shot there from the Tiger Ace. That's going to force the IS-2 to potentially back off for a bit. ISG 122 coming out though, here from the motorized. And the IS-2 is not very accurate. That's kind of one of its big drawbacks. Its accuracy is kind of pathetic. This is something fire again. Ooh, hitting near Nimogun. As the Panzer was open fire too. I guess remains in a tight position here in the south. IS-2 needs to do something about the Tiger Race, but can it? That's the big question. Can the IS-2 do something to turn this around for the Soviet Union? That'll be difficult. More Soviet infantry is coming in. Tiger tank backs off a little bit. AP round being loaded here. Oh, did not penetrate. But the Tiger penetrates in turn. And now the Tiger should know that there's no AP round for a little bit. But there is an SU-122 coming up. Oh, the Tiger needs to be careful of this thing. Not a 152, but the 122 is still pretty damn good. It's the same gun as the IS. But if it penetrates, it will do a lot of damage. Ooh, Immigrant is opening fire near where the IS-2 is. Germans really want to get rid of the Soviets' heavy equipment. Also artillery. So it's amassing a lot of armor though. What are they waiting for? Oh, that Immigrant is doing a lot of work. Yeah, the King and Tiger come out here for the Wehrmacht. It might be enough for the Wehrmacht to start pushing the center if they want. Big artillery strike here from the Capitan in the center. It's going to be a Katyusha strike, I think. Looks like it is. And the armored forces are probably going to move. Yep. KV-8's going to lead the way. But the Soviet infantry also needs to follow up behind. But first, the KV-8s are going to try and do their thing. And the German infantry will certainly have issues dealing with the KV-8s, that's for certain. The packs will also just die if they can get close to them. There is a Panzer help to hold the center. However, injured on one, the KV-8 gets cleared out by the Panzer. But the E5s are moving in to try and take out that Panzer if they can. SU-122 saying they're having issues. There's something close enough. Panzerfausting it. Soviet naval have just been called in. Unique battle group available to Soviet shock. Here comes the King Tigers to support the Tiger Ace. As they're going to try and push in the southern flank instead. Ooh, that's that Immigrant hits pretty damn accurately. The infantry stands no chance here against the big heavy Tigers. SU-122 and the IS-2 is moving up though. They want to try and threaten the King Tiger if they can. Going AP around there quickly. Will it be enough? Ooh, IS-2 took a big hit. Ooh, fails to penetrate the King Tiger. Ooh, and the King Tiger takes out the IS. As more artillery comes in, the Immigrants are really just shelling the Soviets front line, or rather back line at this point. Katyusha gets cleared out. The Germans could threaten to just keep pushing on, but they're being cautious about it. Probably a good idea because that Tiger has taken a lot of damage. Well, the artillery is not helping the Soviets a lot here. They're being under a lot of stress. Zappers are trying to make a push here of some kind. They were still holding the line though. Königsberg just keeps holding and find those Granatbüchses. We have another Tiger tank prepared here now by the Wehrmacht. We're going to see a lot of heavy armor here on the field for the Germans. We get advancing, but could get flanked here by the Lieutenant. I don't think the Lieutenant actually wants. The Fonsevic are way too good. He's just an officer. The battle ladung being tossed their way though. Oh, that's not good for the Soviets. Oh. Good bit of damage. The battle ladung is pretty damn strong, as you can tell. Oh boy. Oh, big Soviet tank push happening. 85's pulling forwards. Oh, Panzer got penetrated there by an 85. All it takes is like 2 penetrating shots from the 85 to do it. And there we go, Panzer's been cleared out. The Soviets just need to really apply pressure at this point. They can push with the sender. Something the Soviets needs to do. Keep it before 76 gets cleared out though. We have more Soviet infantry heading for the south. Running into the Foxterm who are now using the PMs. The 85 pushes up here but gets cleared out by the Tiger Ace. Trying to be relocated to hold the sender. I guess being Panzer, a T-45 got hit by something there. Oh, Hacks getting some good shots in. Lots of artillery being hit here on the Soviets. So we need to do something to turn this around, but what? Half has been recovered, it just needs to be repaired. Here comes the Tiger tank for the sender. Well, 85 is being pulled out, but more immigrants are just fine. Looks like someone calls the GG here. I assume someone realizes it might be over. This is the Moraz commander does. For the Soviet Union. The Soviets in the center are still gonna try. I guess one last hurrah is never bad. And that KVA gets cleared out quick. That's a lot of very big guns pointed at them. And the Serbs can't really move very far here without being gunned down. What if I does he have to upgrade? Oh, he does have the upgrade that makes them even cheaper, I think. Does he? I never tell. I don't think he does. That's a lot of 85s though still. And more coming too. Can Soviets do anything with these? That is the main question. As the Tiger tank advances. Wait, D5's on the move. What are they going for? Oh, they're going for a Tiger Ace. Also get traffic jammed though due to the destroyed tank in front of them. Have to move through one by one, which is going to make them an easy target. As you can tell. And at that point, the Soviets surrender. Decent match. I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.